it occurs to me that it may indeed be time for a royal wedding. So hello everyone, and welcome back to the Pamera tribe, and thank you guys so much for the amazing suggestions that you left yesterday when we had the birth of little Greta, Her Royal Highness Princess, possibly future Queen Greta, who does happen to carry the family secret of hemophilia, but also has something that makes her oh so beautifully attractive in the line of what handsome, gorgeous beauty to our tribe may be, the double nimble fingers. So I'm so excited that little Greta was born. She actually has a little brother named Ray Ray, and their father just passed away in the Peace Garden. He was the young beloved prince, and he has actually passed away because he did have a doubled up immunity, and so he was not the healthiest of all creatures. But now that the princess and the prince have been born to their mother Laco, it's occurred to me that we really need to make some progress on some of our goals. We have finally started to wiggle out a lot of the short-sighted eyes. That is why we are not breeding creatures such as Taroku over here, who does have a lack of no paws. He happens to have 2 paws. They do different things, but at least they're there. And we've been trying to get no paw out of our garden. Our garden clan is really struggling, and a lot of you guys are saying that you feel like you just want to give up on the poor garden clan because they've got so many webbed legs and they have so many no paws. They look like tiny little clones of themselves, and I totally agree with that. Unfortunately, that was your fault, Clay. It was your fault. You not only crashed everything and made us lose an entire adventure together, but he brought in the oh so important D&H immunity, but also that no paw that has just been sticking around and not leaving us alone. And every single child we have so far has had the no paw, even with the mutation menu set to try to put nimble fingers or claw or runner's leg or something in there that isn't no paw. But as I was looking over everything, wondering what on earth could we do to try to make our genes a little bit healthier, to try to have some creatures that could gather up berries at least a little bit better, it occurred to me there's definitely a male who happens to have both his paws and is good on the eyesight, and that would be His Royal Highness High Key Prince Cuckoo. So I think Cuckoo is actually going to have a little bit of a royal wedding. We're going to be pairing him up with a few females because he actually has both paws, and even better, he's got hind legs instead of webbed legs. Oh, that's just fantastic. So we're going to try to have a little bit of a royal family. I think Cuckoo has fallen so in love with a little Greta, Royal Princess Greta, that he would like to have some children of his own. So we definitely will be trying out some kids with Laco because she has had 2 amazing children with Greta, and then just Greta's little brother, who also has a no paw, unfortunately. Ray Ray, they have turned out to be really interesting. I especially love how Ray Ray is like one of our first blonde spotted creatures that we've ever had in the Pamera tribe. So I think that, Cuckoo, he did send the message to the garden clan that they could have as many children as they want as long as they start sending the berry harvesters over. His big goal is to get a berry harvester on every berry garden, and the royal princess, his sister, who has given up her title. But La Isanara, you guys pointed out that even if she does have the short-sighted eyes recessive, she has really fantastic genes, and we shouldn't give her up just yet. So I think that Isanara was planning on just running away and exploring and trying to give up her responsibilities. But we're going to bring her over, and we're actually going to try breeding her with some healthy males. So we're going to be looking for healthy males. I think La Isanara, I'm actually going to send over to, and let's see, Vanu, he has Digger. I really don't want to get any more Digger paws. We might send La Isanara over, and we might have her go and see what's happening over here in the tiger tribe. So the tiger tribe has been doing pretty well. We finally have the tigers old enough to start having babies of their own. Tiitatara is the only one we were waiting to grow up, and he has reached of age to be able to start having babies. Timio is pretty healthy, so we might breed her with him, but Tikasimi is actually the one that matches best for immunity, and actually so is Tianasara. So let's get Tikasimi, who had the cashew, or who we named after cashews because a nut fell on her head when she was born. She's not going to live much longer because she has doubled up immunity, but she should hopefully be able to have some children who are healthy. She has a no paw. Ooh, Kasimi, maybe I don't want to breed you after all. Oh my dear, I'm sorry. Maybe I don't want to breed her. And she also has hemophilia recessive that she could pass on to her children, and so does Anasara. Maybe we should just stick with Team Mio. But But the thing is, T. Cassimi and T. Mio do have genes that we may want. Okay, we're gonna go ahead because this beautiful black ram horns and the fact that I like Cassimi, we're going to scooch her over into the nest. And I am definitely going to be keeping hind leg in there because webbed feet are really getting to me. So let's scooch her over into a nest. We'll put her in this big one. And then Dartha will scooch over here, offer her a berry, and they'll go ahead and have their first child, which I think Tikwi Miyanako, or I'm just going to call her the Tikwi because Tikwi for the... Wow, there's so many clams! But Tikwi for the tiger tribe means the leader of the tribe. It could be male or female. Also, Tianasara, there's a little bit of rabbit to hopefully help you feel a bit healthier. But yeah, Tikwi is going to be a mother, or a grandmother. So this is really exciting. If you guys remember, she is descended from the other royal family. She was sent over as like a political marriage exchange. And I really love just all of the stories that we have going. And I'm glad you guys are enjoying it too. All right, Ketirvan is also pretty unhealthy. I'm not sure how long he'll be with us, but we'll have him come over. Don't drown. Okay, I don't think that's deep enough to drown in. He can help gather up all these clams. So the tiger tribe is really turning into kind of like a fishing-ish tribe. They're searching along the tide pools, and I guess that would make sense considering they may have from another beautiful niche tribe we had some of the characteristics of tide pool seers. So that's kind of nice. T. Mio, who is one of our healthiest ones, I'm gonna go ahead and have her go and collect some berries, I think. So I'm gonna send her into the forest for now because I think that and we'll have her actually hide inside of the grasses. She can do a little exploring and berry hunting. Since the tiger tribe is a little bit, they're a little bit more casual with how they do everything. Oh yeah, and I forgot we had another peace garden we could go to over there. All right, so yes, His Royal Majesty is probably going to be having some marriages because he is one of our only males with both hind legs and both paws. And I do want to send his little sister, even though she wants to be an explorer, over to the tiger tribe to see if they can have some healthy children. I also think that Lily has been summoned to possibly be a mate of His Royal Majesty, or I should say of Key Prince Cuckoo. I do think that she's been summoned because she has normal hind legs and she has both paws. One paw is dicker paw and one paw is running paw. They aren't the most useful of things, and we do want to try to get rid of dicker paw before we move on, but that's not going to happen in Lily's lifetime, so we might as well make sure she can have some healthy kids. She has already contributed some children with Tata, aka Clay, aka the curse of the goddess who crashed everything, and she's already had a few kids. In fact, how many kids have you had, Lily? Let's see. So she's already had 3 kids. So she's had 2 little boys and 1 little girl. And so she's proven to have healthy children. So we're going to go ahead and send her. Ooh, look at that. And she managed to get some mole on her way. We're going to say she's been summoned because the Garden Clan talked about it. Who would be best to send as a possible wife for the royal prince? And Lily was chosen. And so she's okay with that. We also have another sister we could have sent called Willow, but she's about to pass away from her immunity genes. So I'm sorry, Willow. So she's leaving us very soon. And then Tata's over here tending to and protecting and taking care of all of the children. Little Dukier is over here gathering up some berries. Tata, I'll move him over here and he can do some berry collecting for a minute. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with him. I don't really want to pass his no paws around, but that D and H immunity is important to make sure. Do we have the D immunity or the H immunity in anybody? Okay, yeah, we have it in Ranala. So Ranala will be tasked with trying to keep the H immunity going. And Zakir has the H immunity too, and Velvet Paw, which would be useful. So Tata aka K, has possibly had his opportunity to breed, and we don't need to worry about that anymore. All right, so enough of this chaos. Oh yeah, and then Lako. So little Lako over here, I think we'll definitely have some children with the prince as well, because we'll scooch her over here so she can gather up those. Is her eyesight okay? Just because she's had a couple interesting children, and I think that Cuckoo has possibly fallen for her a little bit because she gave birth to his niece and nephew who have become the royal princess and prince. So there's all of the story bits out of the way. Sorry about that taking so long, guys. I'm just kind of resetting things a little bit because we're trying to focus on getting rid of those no paws. We're gonna move on. Oh, Willow just passed away from old age. I'm sorry, Willow, and I know we lost somebody else. Oh, little Roro. He almost made it to the peace leaf garden. Poor Roro. I was really hoping he would make it in time. Oh, all right. So we're going to have Greta come over. She can actually have fantastic collecting. So she's going to absolutely delight Cuckoo by being able to gather up all of those berries. He thinks that that's just such a charming thing. And then we've got little Ray. He can actually do collecting. What else is he going to do when he grows up to be big and strong? Pretty healthy. Love his green eyes. He has big body. We do want to switch to lean body before we move to the jungle, but that's probably not going to be in these guys' lifetime, so I'm not too stressed about it. And then let's see, can you do collecting? He can indeed help out with collecting. No, Ray, don't lose your name. It's so hard to remember to rename them when they lose their name. He's going to come over and sit with his mom. Do you have normal legs? He has hind legs. Yay. So those are good traits. So Cuckoo, I'm going to send him over. Yeah, so they may have a pretty interesting child. Their immunity is up there at least. And as we've learned, we cannot neglect the immunity anymore. So I'm going to say that High Prince Cuckoo is going to go ahead and take her as a mate. And then he's going to kick this tree. Okay, no new nuts fell down. That's fine. So we're going to leave little Laco in the royal nest over here. And we'll have Lily gather up that mole meat, and then she can continue her journey to become a new queen, a new young queen. And then Taroku, old man Taroku, he's a little bit lonely over here with nobody else to help him on the farm. I feel like this is the farm of our tribe, and he's the only one doing anything. So hopefully we'll be able to pull that off before too much longer. And Vanu, I have been trying to get into the water to swim. Look at all those clams we could harvest to try to swim to the tiger tribe. But speaking of the tiger tribe, let's go ahead and we're going to send Zanara over there. I'm going to have her zip really quickly. She has the speed that we're really envious of. She has great movement compared to the rest of our tribe. And she just has a lot of traits that I would love to pass on. And she would be most useful over at tiger tribe, I think. Though I am tempted. In fact, I think we'll have Nuta enchant her before she leaves and have one more child at the garden just to try to leave some good genes behind. All right, so that being said, those good genes need to start with Daisy, who a lot of you guys are pretty excited to see have a baby. So Daisy is going to try having a child with Nuta. We're hoping for stinky-tailed children, and we need to get rid of those webbed hind legs. That's a huge thing. So normal hind legs need to be in there to get rid of those webbed hind legs. So let's scooch Daisy finally into the nest, and then we'll have Nuta offer her some berries. He's not the best berry picker, and she can start expecting her baby. And then we also have Daffodil, who we can actually breed up as well. She, like her sister, has pretty similar traits. So Daisy and Daffodil, what we're really hoping for from the children that they are going to be having with Nuta here is we're kind of crossing our paws and hoping that the mutations will kick in, because otherwise their kids aren't exactly the most useful, but hey, we're trying. All right, and then we've got Violet. Violet has webbed hind feet. I'm really ready to kind of let the webbed hind feet go. We might have her have another child with Tata upcoming in just a little bit here. I might wait like a turn or two. We'll see. And then there's Raylana. Raylana is probably going to have a child with somebody out there in the big wide world. We'll figure it out. She's little right now, and she has a no paw and a digging paw. So actually, Raylana, you may not be a breeder. We may have to mark her as a not breeder. Also, I need to start remembering to mark the icons of creatures that we are going to use as breeders. And then when we are not going to be breeding them, we have to change the pattern of the icons too. I've got to get back into that habit, because I'm not sure if Remy, because she has digging and no paw, I'm not sure if I would want to have her be a breeder. Ooh, and she needs to find a way to be able to bring in food, because we still have the rule where if you can't start bringing in food once you grow up, that kind of is a bad thing. So I think her and her little sister Raylana may actually end up becoming explorers. We'll turn them to the orange icon in the middle to remember, don't breed those guys. And I'm actually going to maybe give Tata that icon for now, because we've passed his genes on enough. But we're going to maybe have little Raylana and little Remy be explorers to the north for the family. Maybe even get them up under that other tree, get this other nest explored. So that being said, we're going to have little Dukir gather up the berries. We can have Tata gather up these berries. Okay, everybody's good over there. We've got a pregnancy with Lady Laco getting ready to have her own child. I forgot we had a baby! And it's a beautiful baby with no paw. Why? was hoping for so much more, but that's okay. He's gorgeous. Look at little Kirnu. So Kirnu has a bit of stealth. He has a little bit of odor disguise. Does he have anything? He has normal eyesight, thank goodness. He does have hemophilia, and because it is a sex-linked gene, thank you guys so much for reminding me of that. It didn't used to be properly linked up to like the XY chromosomes or the like XX chromosomes in the old updates, but they have now set it up so it is properly linked through. So the males will always have no gene in the second slot, pretty darn sure. And then if the first slot has the hemophilia gene, see, the males don't have a second slot right here because they're males. They only carry one version of the gene. That gets into some genetics. If you guys haven't taken genetics yet in high school or even middle school, I had some of this in middle school, then this may be very confusing to you. But because males have a Y gene, which is much, much shorter than an X gene, females have XX, males have XY. Not always, but just simplifying, really, really simple. Then the gene is a lot shorter. It contains less genetic information. So for Kirthiran here, that means his short gene says he has normal blood clotting. For T. Dartha here, his short gene says he has hemophilia, and you only get one gene to express that. And the females, you get two genes because your X chromosome is longer. Just to like really horribly summarize a lot of this. We're glossing over a lot of the finer details. That would be a little bit more clear, but we'll get to that in the future. But because she has two genes and her first gene says normal blood clotting and her second gene is inactive, the normal blood clotting takes precedence because she has that gene. So she doesn't have issues. That probably a little confusing. I wasn't very clear. If you guys would like to try, like, have a shot at explaining it with a little bit more clarity, please, you are more than welcome to. I would really appreciate that. And let's take care of the tiger tribe. So we're going to gather up some clams with Her Majesty the Queen, and we'll gather up some clams over here. Kiravan just doesn't need to be having any babies. Yeah, he shares way too many genes with the females who are present. I don't want to have any more unhealthy children with this tribe because they're having a lot of unhealthy babies. So we're going to work on berries. Let's see. And T. Dartha will gather up some berries. And T. Kasimi will step over, and I think she'll get pregnant. And we don't have enough nesting material. Oh boy. And we'll go have T. Dartha scooch off to gather up nesting material for his mate. That would be something that he might consider pretty important. And then Timio will know that like her sister is looking for nesting material, and we'll send her to gather some too. And then we'll leave Tikasimi here to take good care of her little baby. All right, so there we go. Now the tiger tribe's taken care of. Got so distracted. And let us see what the birth of the royal child is going to be. We are indeed expecting another royal child. Do I really need hind legs in there for this? Probably not. What would I want to have in there instead? Probably lean body, maybe big nose or big ears perhaps. Which really I don't think, would you have poison fang child? I think they're gonna have a child with poison fangs no matter what we do there. I'm gonna switch it so that we add in, and a lot of people are saying use claw or velvet paw. Like claw, I would like to have a little bit of strength, but I think that'll come from having antlers. Let's put in big nose. Let's just toss big nose in there and see what happens. All right, you guys ready? And let's have a royal birth. What a cute baby! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, so much happening all of a sudden. Okay, Lako, you can't see your baby, so let's clear away the grass. And then we have a little Kutavan, and he is a healthy child. Oh my gosh. And we're gonna name him Cuckoo, Kukuko. There we go, because he is Lako and Cuckoo's child. So Kukuko here does unfortunately have no paw. He has spots and green eyes, which are quite attractive. Healthy immunity genes, big body. We did have somebody born with the mutation that we wanted. Why? Why? Curses! Curses! Is this child going to have to be chased away by the king? It may have to be chased away. Riri, why? She was born with a big nose and double no paw. No, I didn't want that. I only put big nose in over there because of His Majesty. And does she have webbed hind legs too? Because if she does, things may be about to get really, she has webbed hind legs too. Oh boy. Oh boy, I don't know if I can handle it if we have to start like chucking babies out the window. That might get a little bit intense for me. But at the same time, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I think that His Majesty has a really soft heart now that he's started having some children of his own. But I don't know how he would. And you know what? I think that Vanu is not going to be able to make it to the tiger tribe. We're just going to let him work his way to the peace tribe, because by the time he gets there, it's going to be time for him to pass away. But yeah, I think that His Majesty really feels for the children of the tribe, and we'll go ahead and try another child with his new mate Lako, which is really quite sweet. So he really feels for the children of the tribe and has realized that maybe banishing the little ones especially would be quite cruel. But realistically, we're gonna have to think about some things. So royal Princess Greta is looking out over the berry fields that are empty, and we're sending Lily over here. So Lily has worked her way over so that she can become a royal bride to His Majesty as well. Hopefully they'll have some better babies. But yeah, this is hard. Now the garden clan is going to really be hoofing it to try to make sure that they are gathering up enough food and they are tending to things enough to be able to keep some of the children, because this is, I don't know, if we get under like 100 food, then I think that's when Cuckoo would have to put his paws down and go, we've got to start banishing creatures, even if it's not fair, even if it's not fun. Oh, there is a bunny. Can I get that bunny? It's zipping away from us. Oh, can we get the bunny? Let's see. We're going to scooch the little kid this way. Yes, we got the bunny. That was so cool. We managed to get the bunny because we used our different senses to try to track it down. I like it. All right. So, yeah, I think that's what we'll do. If we get below 100, like below 200 food is when His Majesty looks up from having his babies and he goes, wait a second, something's not right here. And below 100 food is when the tribe would be considered to be in really bad straits, and they would have to consider, you know, letting some of the little weakest ones go. And that's a really serious moment. We're gonna step this way and we're gonna try again. Daisy, I think, would be a little frantic at wanting to make sure she could have some healthy children. Nuta, I will scooch up here. He can gather up this nesting material and then scooch towards his chosen brides whenever he has a chance. We'll move Rosie E over there. Oh man, double no pod is bad news bears for the clan, you guys, or for the garden clan. That's not gonna work very well. All right, and then over here we have our sick tiger princess who had her beautiful son Kirnu. She's going to nibble on a berry and step in. This may be one of the last children that she ever really gets to have. Tidartha, even though we might want to leave that grass for camouflage, I think we'll go ahead and clear that bit away. And then we have Tiana Sari over here. No, you weren't supposed to move. Tiana Sari, why? That's okay. Gather up all those nuts. Oh, and we've got some fish. We can't do any fishing, but I wonder if the Tikwi of the tiger tribe, the current Tikwi, Miyanako, enjoys just watching the fish in the water. Maybe that's something she finds very soothing for herself. So, all right, and I'm going to move Kitirvan over here so he can, oh, look at all those clams. He can gather up those clams. And then we're going to have you, my dear, wiggle your way over, and I guess we need to have the berries revealed, or else they're always going to get eaten by the little bunnies. So I wonder if Team Mio may actually end up moving back in to the main tribe, because she has traits that would be nice if she's genetically safe. She's not terribly genetically safe, but you know, Team Mio has some traits that we need to see in the main group. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead and have our last little slew of babies, and that'll help us like kind of be strategic about what happens next time. I want normal hind legs in, but man, we need to get rid of that no paw. And everybody keeps saying if you put runner's leg in, then there's a higher chance of getting rid of the no paw. So let's put in runner's leg and nimble fingers, and we'll see if we have some healthier babies. You guys are right. Oh, thank goodness. I'm so relieved. Coco, you just saved the family's reputation. No offense, little baby Riri, with your big beautiful nose that we needed to get eventually, but definitely now I can't read you. But Coco may have just saved the family. She has managed to have a stinky tail, normal eyesight, no hemophilia. She's got like B and H immunity. She's good on the immunity. She has nimble fingers, no runner's leg. Oh my gosh. finally, we may have the genetic strain we can work with to start really seeing some creatures that are hitting the goals that we have for what we want our little ones to look like. So yay! Healthy baby there. Then we had another healthy baby. Oh, look at the little one. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. I love him. Look at those spots. Little Nuta. Might have to rename him, but he is born with double runner's leg. He does have the royal secret of hemophilia, and he's got healthy immunity genes. So wonderful. I'm very happy about that. That's a healthy kid across the board, actually. The only thing, except the only thing he did inherit the recessive short-sighted eyes, which we do need to be careful about in the future, but he might take on a bride with normal eyesight and stinky tail, and that could turn out quite well. And he would pass on the spots to the garden clan if he takes on one of the garden clan females being born as a mate in the future. So phew, we're making a little progress. Making a little progress, even though it's incremental. We're going to really start kicking up how quickly we breed. Oh, and let's make sure. Want to get that bunny. Oh yeah, T. Dartha got some food for his beautiful bride who just had a baby herself, and thank goodness we're seeing the end of the no paw. The royal marriages are and luck inside of the garden clan is making it so we're finally seeing the end of the no paw that has basically infected the whole island. So here we go. Now we have little Kois, and I think I actually want to name her after her grandmother. So we're gonna name her little Mina. We're gonna go with like, let's name her Mina Ko. So let's name her, let's do Miana. We'll just go with Miana after her grandmother. And she's got healthy eyesight. She has hemophilia recessive, but otherwise we're making a little progress. Making a little bit of progress. So hopefully next time, now that we've got a little bit of a shift planned out for what we're doing, we will continue on, and His Royal Highness Prince Cuckoo will be able to be distracted by having lots of beautiful babies, because we'll be able to keep the food high enough instead of having to start like releasing some little innocents like Riri, just banishing them into the wild because they have double no paw. And I don't want you guys to hate me for that. Just if we get below 100 food, it makes a lot of sense for trying to have some progression to actually get to the jungle island. We'll get there eventually, you guys. There is hope. Hope has been born into the nest. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.